How to formulate a personal mission. This is one of the key aspects of the Alpha Male 2.0. It is also one of the things you guys report to me is the hardest of my advice to follow, developing a personal mission. So I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. To be clear, there is an entire chapter with step-by-step instructions and exercises in my primary book, The Unchained Man, at alphamalebook.com. It's only $7. I strongly recommend you get a copy of that book and follow the exercises in the mission chapter. It's going to help you out a lot. What is a personal mission? A mission is why you live. It is the meaning behind your life. It is why you live. It is why you work. Having a mission like, I have to get up and work to pay my bills because
if I don't pay my electric bill, I'll get kicked out of my house.
That's not a mission. That is pure beta male bullshit, and that's not why you want to exist. Having a mission like, I gotta be a good husband for my wife because I love my wife, and if I get divorced, I'll lose half my money. That is not a mission. Most men exist. They don't move forward in life because they have no missions. When you have a mission, you immediately become stronger, more successful, more focused, and more happy. And there's lots of empirical data about this in terms of men living longer, living happier lives, getting laid more, having more fulfilling personal lives, making more money, and so on when they operate based on a mission instead of just operating based on needs, which is kind of the base level, and then just goals without a mission, which some guys are guilty of. A mission is several sentences long. It is not a page long. It is not 5 or 6 paragraphs. It's also probably not one sentence. It's probably 3 to 5 to 6 sentences or so. They're not super long, they're reasonably short. Also, a mission cannot be accomplished. A mission is not a goal. Missions cannot ever be accomplished. They last forever, or at a bare minimum, they last 25 years plus. So if you say something like, I will be a multimillionaire, that's not a mission, that's a goal. Once you're worth $2 million plus, now you're a multimillionaire, now what? And then you got to flounder around. Missions are not goals. Goals are goals. A mission is something you cannot achieve because it's something that has to go beyond your goals. It's something that has to drive you forward once you've hit all your goals. That's a good benchmark for a mission. If I hit all my goals, what would I do? That's your mission. Next, a mission can work with any of the areas of your life, which I call the SLA, the 7 life areas. A mission does not have to be financial. Mine is, because I like money. But some of you don't give a shit about money, or money's not a big priority to you, so you wouldn't focus on money as a mission. Some of you are more social guys and want to have a more social mission, a mission that's built around your social life. Some of you guys want to give back and have some kind of impact on the world, or give back to charity or certain people in certain countries. A charitable mission, that can work too. Some of you guys are really into cars or really into computers, so you're going to have a mission based around cars or computers. That's fine. No one needs to judge your mission except you. If you say, well, I love cars, cars are my life, it is my passion, it's my joy, but I can't make a mission about cars because that's not appropriate. You know, I wouldn't be a good Christian and my mom wouldn't like that and people would be embarrassed. No one has to know your mission except for you. Okay? No one has to know. Your mission can be whatever it wants within a few parameters I'll cover in a second, and that I've already covered. It can't be a goal, for example. But you can have a family-based mission, a spiritual-based mission, a travel-based mission, a business or money-based mission. You can have several aspects to this. You can have a mission that involves your woman life and your business life and your fitness. You can have different pieces of it. That's fine. But there's no rules in terms of what area in life your mission covers. It can be whatever the fuck you want, as long as it's real, as long as it comes from inside you, as long as it's not projected on you from someone else. If aspects of your mission are there because you want to impress your dad, you Asians, you Indians, no. You should impress just one person with your mission, you. That's it. Your mission must be 100% selfish. It should come from you and inside you, your gut, your heart, your mind, and nowhere else, even if you think everyone in the world would hate it. It's not for everyone in the world, it's for you. I'm going to cover the mistakes now that I see guys make when they formulate personal missions. Before I do that, if you like this content, where I'm dating multiple attractive women while making a high location independent 6-figure income and having a great life doing it, and I teach other men how to do the same thing. If you like this kind of thing, you should subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell, put a like on this video, leave a comment on this video, and that way you'll get all these videos in the future for free. Okay, so here are the mistakes that I see guys make, and boy, do they make a lot. Doing a mission is hard. Here are the mistakes that guys make. Number 1, top of the list, they copy other guys' missions. This is a huge mistake. This is a mistake of titanic proportions. This is one of the reasons why I don't like to talk about my mission. It's not secret. I've talked about it publicly before. It's in my books. I've talked about it in podcasts and things like that. But I don't like saying it because what will happen, this is why I kept it secret for a long time, and I was right. Guys go, ooh, that sounds good, and then they copy it. Or they copy big pieces of it. No, 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 no. The parallel to this is back when I used to teach online dating. And I have my profile text, what I put on my online dating profiles. And I would publish those, and guys would go, oh, okay, it worked for Black Dragon, it worked for Caleb, so it'll work for me. And they would literally copy the entire profile word for word, even though I told them not to do it. And it wouldn't work for them at all because it wouldn't make any sense based on who they were. Same thing with a mission. They copy other guys' missions. Either they take someone like me and copy my mission, or they have some other guy they like on YouTube or some mentor. They find out what his mission is, and then they copy it and clone it for them. Horrible, terrible, fucking mistake. You are not me. You might have similarities to me, probably not even that. But even if you have similarities to me, that means you're not me. Don't copy my mission. If you followed my exact mission, you'd be fucking miserable. If you follow even half of my mission, you'd probably be fucking miserable. Come up with your own. Your mission has to be original to you. A side note to that, not only do men copy missions, but they put things in their mission because subconsciously they want to impress other men, particularly their dad or their mentor or their friends or people in their religion or people from their country or crap like that. As I said before, the mission should only reflect you and no one else. By the way, one thing about mission I forgot to mention. If you are under the age of 30, you don't need to do a mission. You don't need to do that because missions are hard. Coming up with a mission is difficult. So if you're under the age of 30, you are exempted from this requirement for Alpha Male 2.0. I would just have some thoughts in terms of how you want to live your long-term life. Maybe you could write down some notes or some thoughts and work on your mission when you hit 30. When you hit 30, I'm sorry, you have to do a mission. If you're 30 or above, you need a mission. You're in big trouble if you don't have one. But if you're 29 or under, you can take a break for now. You should still have goals, specific, clear goals and objectives. Everything else applies to you for Alpha Male 2.0, just not the mission. Next mistake I see men make in their missions is they put very general statements in their mission. Overly flowery, generalized emotional statements that don't mean anything. Here's a really common statement I see in a lot of missions. I will live life to the fullest. That doesn't fucking mean anything. Take that out of your mission. What exactly does that mean? Describe what that means instead of saying, I will live life to the fullest. That doesn't mean anything. That is a bunch of bullshit societal programming. It doesn't belong in your mission. Missions need to be relatively specific, very clear, relatively narrow, specific without being goals and without being achievable. Another statement I see a lot in missions is, I will experience everything this world has to offer. Meaningless gobbledygook. Take that out of your mission. That doesn't mean anything, okay? It really doesn't. Or another one, I will be the best man that I can be. No, no, no. That doesn't mean anything. Be more specific. I will be as physically fit as I am genetically able to. That would belong in a physical mission. That's good. I will have an extremely high profitable net worth so I can do whatever I want. That's better. See, a little more specific, not just these general bullshit emotional statements. Third mistake I see men use in missions, and I address this specifically in the book. You do not want to use numbers in your mission, or at least you should avoid them. You can use them if they're very careful. Here's the problem with numbers. I mentioned this earlier. If you say something like, I have a net worth of $10 million, that's not a mission. That's a goal. Okay? So the problem with having that in your mission is that once you hit your goal, if you do hit that goal, then what? Now you're screwed. Now you gotta sit down and come up with a whole new mission. Missions cannot be accomplishable, which means you need to have numbers not involve the mission. The only time numbers are acceptable is if it's in a non-achievable way. For example, in my mission, I have a phrase where it says, I will continue to support 1 million men achieving a lifestyle of long-term masculine happiness. Notice the wording there. It doesn't say, I will help 1 million men. I'm probably already there. It's, I will continue to support more than 1 million men. That way, that's not accomplishable. There's no end date to that. That goes on forever, right? Right. That's the only time it's valid to use numbers. If you can't use a number that way, take numbers out. Even if it's a woman goal. Instead of saying like, I will have 3 girlfriends, no, say I will have multiple girlfriends, and then be more specific about what those relationships look like and what the women are like and things like that. Next mistake I see guys make is the missions are too long. They'll say, Caleb, here's my mission, and they'll hand me a page of text. That's not a mission, that is a vision. Visions are very important. Your vision is specifically how your life would look if everything in your life was perfect. I make this amount of money, my business looks like this, my relationship life looks like this. Very specific with numbers and specifics. That can easily be a page, 2, 3 pages long or more. That's fine. A mission is not a page long. If it's a page long, if it's half a page long, it's too long, it's too much stuff. A mission should be just a few sentences that you can easily memorize. That's it, not 3 or 4 paragraphs. So if your mission is multiple paragraphs, I said earlier, 2 or 3 to about 5 or 6 sentences. That's it. Chop it off, that's all. Nice, short, sweet. It forces you, by being short, it forces you to cut all the fat and get to the stuff that really, really matters to you. There's a reason why you want it short, because a mission, quote unquote, that's 3 or 4 paragraphs long is not a mission. It's too broad. The last mistake I see guys make, and I have addressed this in the book as well, is their missions rely on other specific individuals outside of them. For example, here is a terrible mission. I will be a good husband to my wife, and we will live our entire lives together. That is terrible. Why is it terrible? Nothing wrong with your wife. I'm sure she's an amazing person. Do you 100% control whether or not your wife divorces you at any point in the next 57 years? No, you fucking don't. If you know my content, you know why. That is not going to work for a mission. If you need to rely on other people externally for your mission, it should be a broad group of people, not 1 or 2 specific individuals. Well, Kayla, what about my kids? Yeah, it's dangerous to have a mission revolving around my kids will grow up to be 100% perfect, amazing adults. What if one of them doesn't? What if one of your kids die? These things happen. You don't have control over these things. Your mission should be something over which you have complete control, at least given time. And as I've talked about 1 billion times in my other Alpha Male 2.0 content, we cannot control other human beings. We can influence them, sort of, barely. That's it. We can't control them. So you don't want your mission reliant upon other specific individuals to behave in a certain specific way for 25 years plus. That is a recipe for disaster. Now, that doesn't mean you can't have missions based around family. I will be a good father. That's fine. You can be a good father. You have control over that, right? Even if your kid turns out to be a drug addict and a murderer, you can at least say, I was a good father. Yes, you can have missions that involve other people. They just can't be reliant upon other people or reliant upon specific individuals. That's it on missions. If you want more help with this, let me know and I can certainly do more videos about this. In the meantime, if you want a good video on how to manage your time and be more effective and productive, you should watch that video right there, and I'll see you in that video.